Hi, I'm Mike Fairley from Fairley Fellows, major sponsor of the Open Rugby League Women and Leagues competition.
Hello and welcome in, or welcome back in, if you're joining us for the second time today from Jack Colvin Park here in West Auckland, the home of the Roosters, as we can see on screen there, and a good turnout from the locals to watch the action today. Joining us for the feature match between the Atatu Roosters and the Ponsonby Ponies, just a few minutes away from kickoff here, and the two teams about to make their way out onto the field. We just finished up watching a great clash between the Manurewa Marlins and the Point Chevrolet Pirates. Manurewa coming out 2 points on top to continue their unbeaten run at the top of the ladder, and I dare say pretty much wrap up the minor premiership in the process. So as we await the arrival of both teams here, there will be a minute's silence before the start of this match, and that is in honour of the tragic loss of Melanetti Fafita's little one, nicknamed the Strong, who sadly passed away last week or a couple of weeks ago. So we'll have a minute's silence here. It's the first time Ponsonby have taken the field since that tragedy. So out come the Roosters, led by their flag bearer. How good is that? Mark Clayton on screen, stalwart of the club. He's been on the loudspeaker today. So here's a little kiosk in the background there, selling club gear as well. So the Roosters make their way out to halfway, where Ponsonby are already waiting. So the Roosters joining the one continuous line on halfway. Great sportsmanship and camaraderie being shown here as the two teams come together. So a minute's silence now following the tragic passing of one of the little ones from the Ponsonby Ponies team.
You got that on frame?
Thank you to both teams and the crowd here at Jack Colvin Park for observing the moment's silence. We prepare now for kickoff between the Ponsonby Ponies and the Te Atatu Roosters, and the two team lists are up on screen there. Kiri Ratama is the number 1 for Te Atatu. Watched as well for Sherelle Leota, the number 10. She's been having a good season so far. And for Ponsonby, well, there's stars galore. Lots of Auckland Vulcans reps in here. Watch for Noia Fotumawala, Siska Lua Falialu will wear the 9. TJ Noble Bell, who I think will play on the edge today, but wearing the number 13. And Billie Jean Ale through the middle of the park. Representative players spread throughout both of these two teams. And Te Atatu, well, they're actually without their two top players who are preparing to head across to Australia to pick up NRLW contracts. And we'll talk to that as the coverage goes on. But in the meantime, just about ready to go here. Te Atatu coached by Joe Vangana and Ponsonby by Dion Briggs. Good to go. Underway for round 9 of the Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership. That ball knocked back initially by Te Atatu, who regather it. Roosters with a chance to jump up inside the competition's top 4 if they can come up with a result today. Looking back through the middle now via Summer White. Kick fielded by Millie Hufwanga. Puts a fend on and breaks through the first line. Well, streaming away, looking for a friend. She might not need one. Millie Hufwanga, what a start for Ponsonby. Just like that, the all-rounders Ponsonby Ponies are on the board, and it took all of a minute and a half. Referee Clark points to the spot. Check this out on the Farrelly Photos instant replay, headed by the jersey. And I thought here it was going to break down. But gets up for the second effort, and a remarkable start for the Ponsonby Ponies. 4-0 kick to come. Ufunga from the sideline. It's going to be waved away, so it's the all-rounders Ponsonby Ponies 4, Trail Deconstruction, Te Atatu Roosters 0. Well, Mary Pussy, what a start. We were talking about the potential impact of Melly pre-game. I understand she's played the last couple of games at fullback. You've obviously got a pretty good knowledge of this team. Your partner TJ plays in there. Maybe talk us through a player or two to watch out for on this Ponies side.
Yeah, definitely. She would be one of the players to watch out. She's been away for 2 weeks, but what a comeback. Starts the set off with a try, first tackle, and looking forward to more of that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't highlight TJ as one of the players to watch out for there. I sort of set you up for that one. Siska Loa-Falialo jumping into dummy half. Pushing forward now, this is via the 16, Montana Tonganga, I should say. Billie Jean Ali. Loa-Falialo clears the ruck, heads out to the left-hand side and links with Noble Bell. There's one player Mary will be able to ID throughout the game. Loa-Falialo now jumping out and catching those markers napping just for a second.
She's also a player you'd like to watch out for. She's probably the better Loa-Falialo coming out of that house.
There you go. The banter has begun. Ufunga again causing issues down the edge. Ufunga gets held up this time. Boy, oh boy. We got a player down now, and let's hope Melly hasn't picked up a knock here. So time off while we take a look at this. Yeah, just copped a stray knee, I think, there. Just credit to Kerry Ratama, who, Ratima, I should say, who has come up with a really good try-saving tackle there. So we're just waiting to see if Melly Ufunga is going to be able to continue here. Looks like she's going to jog it off. That was a fair hit she took. All incidental. There was nothing sinister in it. Although we're going to end up with a penalty here. Out to the left edge, and they spill their lollies in the end, Ponsonby. So Te Atatu survive. Scrum feed to the Roosters. 5 minutes gone here at Jack Colvin Park. Roosters put it down on very first use of the ball. And let's hope that is not a sign of things to come today, because Ponsonby are already applying plenty of pressure without them giving away cheap ball like that. Te Atatu. Loa-Falialo retrieves off the back of the scrum. Bumping off there is Sarah Fulimoatu. Mangali Lorfalialo then links with playmaker, and it is Savannah Yuseli Purcell who goes over for all-rounders Ponsonby Pony's second try. Made it look all too easy in the end. So as we await the conversion, tell you what, looking around the commentary now, kids these days on their cell phones. I've got my director on his cell phone. Myself and Mike Farrelly, the only ones showing some manners here in the commentary box. Mangeli to attempt the conversion. Oh, here comes Troy Hardy. It looks like he's going to seek his right of reply.
I was just sending Mike Farrelly an order for a clubhouse sitting for a photo. He'll be on his mobile phone very shortly.
Flags are up. All-rounders Ponsonby Ponies 10. Trail deconstruction, Te Atatu Roosters 0. Well, Mary Pussy, a fast start from the Ponsonby Ponies. Te Atatu just don't look like they've quite woken up yet.
No, they haven't, and you'll be lucky to pick up if Seska and Jana around the ruck area. They're going to make it even quicker. It's going to be hard for you, Te Atatu, to stop these guys.
So Te Atatu back underway. Well, Falialo out of dummy half. Got Ale on her shoulder. She's not going to need her. Tell you what, she's killing them out of dummy half early on. Seskalor Falialo. Ale to Mangeli. Mangeli runs it straight and hard. They're 20 out from the line here. Ponsonby looking for their third try, with the game not even 10 minutes old yet. Looping ball over the top. Into a little bit of space now. Numbers coming across for Te Atatu, and they do well to stop her about 5 short of the line. Back in field. One to the heavens. Still the last. Kick goes in behind. Are they going to be able to watch it? Yes, they are. So Te Atatu back out to the 20 to restart. Liotta, Sherelle Liotta. Swinging out the back now. And try their luck down this right edge, Te Atatu. Latima pops the ball back in. Lucky to find a Te Atatu player at the end of that. And a chance still on now. Ponsonby do well to scramble across. They're 25 out from the line. Back in field. Niti grabbing across field. Numbers on here for Te Atatu. Well, that broke down and wasn't too pretty at the end of it. Ale with the play of the ball. Fotu Moala. Apologies, I think that was Debbie Ufupoa. A little hard to read some of the jersey numbers from the distance we're at here. Taulanga. Ball comes back in. It's Messi from Ponsonby. Time off here as we deal with a player down injured. So as the injured player is being seen to, I want to give a big shout out to Martin Riding and the Ponsonby crew. They've been watching their highlights and match coverage, which they've been posting up online, courtesy of All Rounders. Great stuff, great to see the clubs getting involved and helping to promote our women's game. In the meantime, some concern being shown for the player down on the ground. So I think that's 2 players already off for Ponsonby by my count. Mele Hufanga and now I think Mele Fotu Moala as well. Lua Falialo to Ale. What a line from Billie Jean Ale, streaming through the middle of the park now with fullback to beat. Finds an offload and it's going to be called back for an error, but lovely work there from both Lua Falialo and Ale. So Atatu to feed the scrum. 13 gone here at Jack Colvin Park. Summer White, I think. Leota. Molly Tangaloa actively involved early on. That time a nice run from Vili. They get to the kick, Atatu. Bouncing ball, difficult one to take. Atatu there to recover, but it'll be the last and a handover. Falialo comes in field. It's the 2, Elizabeth Tucker, part of the Auckland Vulcans crew from last year. It's a nice little change of direction here from Natalie Tanga Vital. On the left, they'll work it now. Hufanga, who's shaken off the earlier knock. Oh, look at the change of direction from Mele Hufanga. Second try and a stunner at that. Ponsonby are on fire. Te Atatu in some real trouble here with 15 and a half gone. Take a look here on the Farrelly Photos instant replay. And the best part of that try gets missed on the replay. It was the change of direction from Mele Hufanga. The way she was able to just completely get rid of that defender with it. Get a look at it here, I think. Nice ball by Tuitama, and then into the little half gap. I think the conversion's been successful behind us. So kick good, all-rounders Ponsonby Ponies 16. And the trial deconstruction, Te Atatu Roosters struggling right now on 0. Ale into a half gap. Ale with fullback to beat. Looking for an offload. Ale still driving the legs. Having a brilliant game so far as Billie Jean Ale. Looping ball up over the top. Kathleen Noble with another good carry, and a penalty here for Ponsonby. There'll be no thought of taking the two, I wouldn't think. They'll keep the hammer down here. Tanga Vital. Bumping towards the line. She's got the ball down. Too easy. Another 4 points for the all-rounders Ponsonby Ponies. Take a look here on the Farrelly Photos. Instant replay. And this is just simple stuff. Te Atatu don't get their line set. There's 4 people under the posts. So Jana Mangali to attempt the conversion. Kick's good. 2 more points. All-rounders Ponsonby Ponies, 22. Trail deconstruction, Te Atatu Roosters 0. Well, Mary Passy, hard not to love what Ponsonby are doing right now. Dominant through the middle, and the skill players making the most of it at the back of it. Oh, some technical issues there. We'll just
Mary's lost for words
see
on
that.
that one.
No, I think the mic must have been an issue with the microphone there for poor old
Mind
Mary.
you, in saying that, I haven't seen anything of TJ Bell. Is she actually out there? I'm not sure what number she's in, but I haven't heard her name being called during the commentary. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. But a lot of work to do for the Roosters. It's going to be a tough day in the office. Ponsonby is certainly on a roll.
Here's our girl TJ, popping a nice offload in your face, Troy Hardy, as Ponsonby now go down the left-hand edge. Working it back through the middle. Another nice offload. And another penalty here for the Roosters. That shot crept up high. First carry towards the sticks. Ponsonby charging hard to the line. This is Tanga Vaital, who's already got a try to her name. Now we've got another penalty. It's all Ponsonby right now. Tap and a go. Kathleen Noble. Chance on the edge here. Noble Bell fighting away in the tackle. She wanted the offload. Didn't come that time. Ale shakes out a one. Too big, too strong. Billie Jean Ale adds another one for the all-rounders. Ponsonby Ponies. Let's take a look here on the Farrelly Photos instant replay. And she was always odds on at this point. Did really well to spin out of the initial contact. And deserving of a try. She's had a great game so far. Billie Jean Ali. Well, Troy, one-way traffic so far. Ponsonby Ponies completely dominant through that middle third.
Yeah, like just in the warm-up, I was really impressed with number 4. You're going to have to help me on the name.
Yeah, Mele Hufanga.
Yeah, mate, like, I mean, she scared me in the warm-up and then came out, first touch of the ball, and that really set, I suppose, the momentum, or at least the rhythm for the Ponies, because they haven't eased off at all since being on the ball. That said, I don't think Atatu's had too many sets or chances or opportunities, but certainly Ponies, good to see the colours out there, and they're certainly putting on a fabulous display today for Women's Rugby League.
Kick's good. All-rounders Ponsonby Ponies 28. Trail Deconstruction, Te Atatu Roosters 0. As we wait for the game to get back underway, we'll see if Mary Passey's technical issues have been fixed now. Mary, we've got a couple of teams heading down to Rotorua next week, I think it is. Just tell us a little bit about that is. You touched on the last game, but just fill us in on what those teams will be up to.
Yeah, we've got an opportunity for our under-17s and under-15 team girls to attend the Northland District competition. They've got a 13-a-side competition down there. And we've got 2 female coaches in Tisha Mara and Akim Michaels, who will be coaching those grades. I believe the under-15s had a trial today, so hopefully they had heaps of numbers and a good selection to choose from.
There you go. Awesome the team's going down there, and even cooler from my point of view that we've got 2 female coaches. It shows the work that's been done to strengthen that pathway as well in Auckland. As Tanga Vital breaks through the initial line. Billie Jean Ale looming in support, but it's forward. Kenny, charge for Te Atatu. Nice little run there from Vili through the middle of the ruck out of dummy half. Well, just about picked off, but I think this will be 6 again here for Te Atatu. Is that Tangaloa that gets taken to ground? Piratira. Vili out of dummy half to Leota. Leota shuffles on. Kenny it is, taking the ground, 20 out from the line. Good chance here for Te Atatu. Facing a big disadvantage on the scoreboard already, but a chance here to strike with their first points. Crossfield now via Hunt. Piritira in front of the uprights. Options either side of the ruck now for Vili. Leota plays the short ball. Ponsonby up to task on that occasion. This is the last. Leota will burrow low. Leota looking to get the ball down. Great defence from Ponsonby. They get there in numbers and deny it. So outstanding on the attacking end and brave on the defensive end there from the Ponies. They turn the ball over. There's 28 gone and as many points on the board for Te Atatu. For Ponsonby, I should say. Player down and back play. Leota. Noble. So they get to their kick. Scooped up by Ratima. Christine McCarty on the field for Te Atatu. Peritera, good run there from Liz. Although contact from Ale, drives her back and gets her onto her back. Noble in there as well. Te Atatu launch one skyward. It's allowed to bounce, and trouble on here for Ponsonby before Hufanga steps in with a good tackle. So turnover there, 10 metres out from the line. For Tumoala. In fact, it's Debbie Ufapoa, sorry. Jana jumping out of dummy half. Great meters on the offering there. Chance on here for Ponsonby down the left edge. Taulanga into space, beats the fullback. Oh, what a great covering tackle though. Knocks the ball free. Te Atatu working the ball wide. Last coming up now for Te Atatu, one more up the sleeve. Bouncing ball. Tangaloa getting to the kick, which is going to set up in the end goal. Hufanga with a decision to make here. Gets up and escapes with ease, and now look out. Spots a little half gap. Falialo out of dummy half. Channeling play down the left edge. Noble Bell. Three short of halfway now, Ponsonby. Hufanga dinks a little kick over the top. Chance on here for the Ponies, but it bounces fortuitously into the hands of Haywood for the Te Atatu Roosters. Hunt. Villy, the dummy half. Shifts play down to the right-hand side, and Atatu on the charge now. 1 to beat. And the Roosters are on the board. A great run there. And it is Harano Tieringa who scores the try. Well done, Atatu. The trail deconstruction, Atatu Roosters on the board after 36 minutes. Started with a little look down the short-hand side, but it's just a great run here. Spots the little half gap, manages to get rid of Law Falialo.
Just jumping in on the back end of that, Corey. A fantastic run, and I think Atatu Roosters take a wee bit of confidence out of that heading into the changing rooms. With 4 minutes to go in the first half, and it's something they can build off. So they know that they've got enough, strike power there to bend a line and to break it. And look at the last defender up there. I figured her name, number 13. Mary, stop laughing in the background, please.
So Molly Tangaloa to attempt the conversion. Steps in. Flags go up. All-rounders Ponsonby Ponies 28. Troll deconstruction Atatu Roosters 6. And I think that's got us to half-time. And it is the Ponies well and truly in control. Short break for us before we resume with the second half action here at Jack Colvin Park.
Mike's here. Okay, no, it's okay. The one with the opening bit. Yeah, it's all right. It's only for the second people. Don't worry about it. Have a seat, man. Do the specials. Yeah, mate, just run it, and then I'm going to talk to a couple of photos around it, and then back to the specials. We may not run all of it, mate. I'll just come in and talk over the top of it when you fade it out.
Hi, I'm Mike Farrelly from Farrelly Photos, major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League Women and Leagues competition.
Colvin Park between Atatu Roosters and the Ponsonby Ponies, and on screen at the moment you can see just a fabulous array of team photos that well, there's the Auckland team, there's a couple of boys in there, I know Atatu, Glen Ora, it just keeps going. Mike Farrelly, farrelly.co.nz for team photos. Just want to give a big shout out, mate, and thank you for your support for being the major sponsor of Women's Rugby League here in Auckland. You got specials on. We're at the back end of the party where it's 2021 for team photos. Let's talk about that.
Thank you, Troy. Yeah, what we're offering is we're, of course, the busy time of the year for us. There is a bit of capacity. We want to fill So for any new bookings, if you can find a night that suits you, we'll come out to your club room for 5 or more teams for no sitting fees. And any of the photos that the prints are purchased on the night, they're 1/3 off. So what was $15 is now 10.
And mate, how do we get hold of you? Let's get your phone number out there and your website once again.
Cool, so there we go, www.farrelly.co.nz, and the phone number 0800 274 6868.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the clubs or you're mum and dad of a a young child that's playing in a team for professional photos, none other than the best, farrellyphotos.co.nz. Been doing it for decades, and certainly have the specials out there now. So let's grab hold of that and get involved. If you pick it up off the replay and all of the replays for Women in League, along with Fox Games, you'll find through ARL TV on the YouTube channel, and you can get to them as well on aucklandleague.co.nz. Well, not too far away now as we get ready for the second stanza. Be fair to say, the team on screen at the moment, they are on fire. They've been taking it up the middle. They've been out to the edges. They got speed, they got size, they got power, and good to see the Ponsonby pony colours out there and prancing wonderfully. In regards to the Atatu Roosters, good for them to get a try on the board just before half time. They'll be able to build a little bit of confidence off that. They've certainly got a wee bit of strike weapons, that are capable of bending the line, if not breaking it, and putting, points on the board. Don't go too far away as we get ready for the second stanza. As I said, looks like they're breaking out of the huddles now, and the referees will be coming back on board shortly. Commentary team, Corey the caller and Mary Pussy will be back in the commentary booth fairly shortly. Look forward to being with you then.